Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody sent me this bitmap, and I've already taken a pair of scissors off the internet, and they just want to know how to do the dotted line, but they need to know how to do this area here. So let's just draw a rectangle, not holding down the control button. And we're going to give the rectangle a little bit of corner. So with our ratio locked, I don't know how big this is, but we could type in 1 inch. That might be a little bit too much, so let's go 0.5. Now we can angle it later. So what I'm going to do now, to make it kind of easy, I'm going to go to Effects and Contour. I'm going to contour to the outside with rounded corners. Let's just see what 0.1 is. Man, it worked out almost perfect. You know what I'm going to do? I think it'd be better if we contour to the inside. Well, maybe not. With rounded corners, that's why you need to kind of pick which one you're going to do, inside or outside. I'm going to make it 0.75, so it's a little bit closer. Now we can take that line, and we actually have to go to Object and break the contour apart. Let's take that line and make it a thicker line. Let's see that's probably about right. We could actually make it a little bit thicker. And don't forget that if there's no 20 or 18, you can always just type in 20 and it'll do the 20 points. Now, there's a line deal right here you can pick, and maybe pick a line like that, and it's pretty good. We can actually take that line and hit the F12 and see if this helps us to, let's see what it is, make the align the dashes. I like the other way better. Let's try it. There we go. Cut the dashes in half. So that would be personal preference, what you think looks best. Now we're going to say okay, and we can always break that later. So what we're going to do now is, let's go ahead and, we're not going to angle it till later. Let's put our scissors in here. They're right on the dash line. And see, this is the part they were really asking questions about. I'm going to make my scissors a little bit bigger. And at this time, we could remove those dashes, or really they're kind of covered up. We don't really have to. We're not going to actually use this line, but what we're going to do is we're going to take the Smart Fill tool. Let me see what my nudge factor is before I do that. This thing is, wow, 14 inches. I'll change my nudge factor to 16. I'm going to take the Smart Fill tool and I'm going to fill that in. And that's what I got. And then I'm going to left click, right click. Everything is kind of sealed with the exception of that right there. So let's kind of look at the original. Yeah, my scissors are actually a little bit further down in it, but I think it'll be fine. We're going to take the Smart Fill tool. We're going to just put these up in here so it kind of closes that off. I'm going to go ahead and Smart Fill it again. Now we get a better item. I'm going to left click, right click. And now I'm going to try to contour to the inside. Let's see what 0.75 looks like. That looks pretty good. My scissors probably need to, let's do that. Let's back up here. Let's just delete all this. My scissors need to be moved up more so there's a rounded point. And we are going to have to probably take away some dots here in just a second. But now actually I think I moved my scissors up so that breaking point is going to be right there. So Smart Fill and fill that in. And we get that. We're going to left click, right click, and then we'll contour. And that's what I was wanting. I could actually make my scissors a little bit differently. But if you look now, I've kind of lost the roundness of my corners. And actually it's going to make it a little bit bigger. I've never really done this before. I'm going to go in and Smart Fill that in and move it over. It doesn't look terrible, but we could actually do this and we could round off those corners. And really, let's back up here. My contour is actually too big. Let's go like 0.25. I think that might be the best. Now, I don't have to break the contour apart. I can use the Smart Fill tool to move that in. And then we could put this back And there we go. Now, if you wanted it to be that color, and really, we're not gonna, we've still got the rounded corner. We could probably just get rid of that line now. And if you wanted that to be that color by chance, you could get the color eyedropper and take a sample there and put it there. So that's more of the color. Now, before we do that, we should have written, and if we, I don't think this is probably transparent. They're probably white letters. It all depends on what you're wanting to do. See, that's everything's white, so it's not transparent. But we can actually do that by, let's nudge that out of the way. And let's write, well, you know what, it'd be easier to write it while it's in there. I don't know that they want actually weekly special, but we're going to do that. And now at this time, we're going to put them in there, and we're going to use it a little bit bolder font, and we're going to put it in there a little bit closer. Now, if you wanted them white, all you have to do is turn them white. I don't know anything about printing, but if you wanted them transparent, you could move that. Let's make the font red or green and move it over here and left click, right click, and then take our outline and move it over here. But we just want the outline, so we're going to left click, right click, and then move it on top of here. Now we're going to use that same color, but this time we're going to use a Smart Fill tool because it'll fill in everything. So Smart Fill tool, go up to Smart Fill, get your eyedropper, take the sample of that and put it in there. But we need to fill in the other little parts of the letters. Now all we have to do is grab that, move that over. And, you know, at this time you could actually maybe fill it. Well, they didn't fill it in there. I think it looks pretty good. Now my line is a little bit further away because, you know, we contoured, but then, you know, angling it is good. Just Control G to group it and turn it on an angle. And then you can, at this time, you can make it as big or little as you want and pick whatever font you want. I think the difficulty we're having was right here. I think mine looks equally as well. There are some dots I'm going to replace. So let's go up to Object, Group, and Ungroup. And we're going to take our line and go up to Object and convert the outline to an object. And then go up to Object and break the curve apart. And then that, at this time, we can grab those individual lines and delete them. And then I would definitely Control G to group it. And there you go. I hope that helped them a little bit. Thank you for watching.